And welcome back. Professionally Inspired LLC partners with high schools and faith-based organizations to help kids prepare for workforce, college life, and self-development. And here telling us more is LaTayvia Brown, founder of Professional Inspired LLC. And LaTayvia, good to have you.
Good. Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Good. So for somebody that doesn't know about your organization, give us a little bit of a background.
So like you said, what we do college readiness workshops, we do professional development workshops, and also we do self-development workshops, and we partner with various organizations. So we go in and we add our curriculum to theirs as in a partnership because we believe that we're stronger together. So we want to make sure the youth in low-income neighborhoods have all the resources they need to better themselves and to grow.
And so as you take these young people, obviously you connect them and you connect them to faith-based organizations and high schools. The partnership, how's that been working?
It's been working well, actually. We partner with various organizations. We partner with Hannock Cornerstone Astoria. We partner with Howard University. We partnered with a lot of organizations off the top of my head. Those are two that we mainly partner with. And it's been going good because I find that partnership works versus just doing it by yourself. And I find that everyone is doing the same thing, but if we come together, we could bring a greater impact.
Yeah. And so you're doing something great with young ladies, and I want you to share a little bit more about it because you have From Princess to Queen.
Yes.
So what's that about?
So I named it From Princess to Queen Self-Love Day because a lot of young girls are called princesses, right? But when you love yourself, you become a queen. So we teach them how to become the queen that they are by teaching them how to love themselves and give them the tools of self-love. Because a lot of youth these days, especially high school students, they go through bullying, they go through identity crisis, they go through suicidal thoughts. But we tackle those issues and we teach them that self-love is the best love. So when you love yourself and you have that great mental health in your mind, you can grow to be a better woman and a better queen.
And not only do you work with them in that area, I know also college readiness is important for you.
Yes.
And doing some college preparedness.
Yes, yes. And I did that because when I was going to college, I didn't have the resources. I was from a low-income neighborhood. I'm from Astoria, so Queens. And I didn't get all the resources that I needed because of my zip code. And I teach them that your zip code don't define your purpose. So at the end of the day, we try to give them resources that they may not be getting within the school system because they're judged based on their zip code.
So you take these young ladies, you got young men as well.
Yes.
And you're working together with the self-esteem component.
Yes.
The transformation piece, right? It's got to be good for you because on one side you get to see the transformation piece occur, but talk to us about that. You've been able to see that in the lives of these young people.
Yeah, especially with Self-Love Day. I had a lot of parents come up to me, and because when we do events, the youth have a voice. So we give them an opportunity to voice what they feel, to talk about depression, to talk about suicide. And a lot of the parents came up to me and said, I didn't know my daughter was going through this. This is needed. And we also have mental health specialists there as well. So they get resources as well. So we see the transition as far as being open to talk about it, being open to talk about bullying, being open to talk about suicidal thoughts and how they can receive resources to tackle that. Because it's very important.
And you also get them prepared for the workplace, I know as well.
Yes.
And that's big. And something that's very familiar here. We've got a lot of interns, and you do some internship too.
Yes, yes. So we prepare them for professional development. We teach them financial literacy. We teach them how to save money, how to network. Your network is your net worth. And we just tackle those things with the youth, and we add our curriculums to the high schools. So say if they're teaching the same thing, but they want to add on financial literacy to that, we try to add on to their curriculum as well.
So if I have a young person, right, I'm saying, oh gosh, I like this, I like the program, what do they do, how do they get connected?
So with a young person, is mainly our audience is organizations. It's not just a young person. So they will have to be a part of a youth organization. And then from there, we partner with that organization. And then from there, we bring our resources to them.
Yeah. And so the organizations, as you said, you've worked with universities, you've worked with faith-based communities. And I know sometimes it's a challenge because people talk about the faith-based community, but you've got a great relationship there.
Yes, of course. I was raised in the church.
Yeah.
I'm a Christian woman. I'm a woman of God first. And at the end of the day, my organization is based on faith. So I know a lot of pastors, I know a lot of clergy members who like this, and I partner with them.
Yeah.
And we just bring it to them.
So what's up for the summer?
So for the summer, it's kind of slow in the summers. We try to tackle things mostly in the falls because that's when kids go back to school. So in the summertime, we're just on vacation, basically.
Right. Like most people from school, right?
Right. And then we go back into September and tackle those curriculums.
What do you find to be the biggest challenge that maybe we're not paying attention to for our young people today?
So I think the biggest challenge is the mental health piece. And also the biggest challenge is ignoring them. A lot of them feel like they don't have a voice. Everyone is telling them what they should do, but you're not hearing what their need is. And we have to tackle the need within the youth. And another thing I hear is, what about the elementary kids? What about the younger kids? Yes, we need to tackle them too, but don't forget the high school kids. Because the high school kids is where they have identity issues. That's where they go into college. That's where transition is. So I believe that generation is kind of forgotten in a way, and we need to hear them because they have a voice.
Yeah. And you spend a lot of time doing self-care, self-love, and really working with young people in the area of the self-esteem. Someone would tend to say sometimes, their esteem isn't that bad. But the reality is that they're facing more stuff than we ever faced in our generation.
Well, I did. So I know what that feels like. I know what it feels like to be bullied. I know what it feels like to feel like you're alone. I know what it feels like to have pressure within your family because I was the first to graduate with a bachelor's degree. I was the first to go to Japan. I was the first to do things outside of a low-income neighborhood. So that's a lot of pressure. And at the end of the day, the youth has to know that even though it's pressure, you're tackling generational curses. Be the first. It's okay to be the first. So I think that's important to let them know that.
Before we go, I know you're working on an event at Berkeley College. Give us a little bit about it.
So we're doing From Princess to Queen Self-Love Day again. And this is our second annual one. And we're doing it at Berkeley College. And it's going to be sometime in September. We're still planning in the planning stages, but we're very excited. We're expecting 100 and over 100 girls. And also boys are invited too. I don't want to think it's just for girls.
Right.
So, but it's going to be a great event. And we're just excited. And we're looking for donations. You can go to our website at professionallyinspired.com underneath services from Princess to Queen Self-Love Day, and you can look. We have a drop-off spot at Berkeley College for donations. If you don't want to give money, you can give resources. So we have that as well.
All right. Well, LaTayvia, thank you so much for coming
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Keep up the great work.
Yes.
Enjoy the summer.
Yes.
Yes. All right. And come on back as we get ready to get to the fall, so that when you have your event, we'll come back and tell them again.
Definitely.
All right. LaTayvia's here with us. And listen, if you want more information and events, visit professionallyinspired.com or email info@professionallyinspired.com. And you can always call their hotline at 201-800-4247. Once again, that number is 201-800-4247. Don't go anywhere. We've got more open coming up after this. And yes, you're going to have to step up your fashion game. We're going to talk about that in a minute.